Hi, I'm Rhonda. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to teach you oatmeal cookies, but we're going to call them faux oatmeal cookies. I'm using quinoa flakes. Again, I'm a huge fan of quinoa. It's a complete protein all on its own. It's so nutritious for you. As gluten-free eating, it's important to get a lot of fiber. So that's why I try to incorporate it in a lot of my recipes. So going in, it's a really simple recipe. We're using 2 cups of You Never Know all-purpose flour blend. And this is our quinoa flakes. It looks quite a lot like oats, actually. A little bit finer. It got a nutty taste to it. It does, as I said, adds a ton of protein to it. We're throwing in a tablespoon of cinnamon, teaspoon of baking soda, and a teaspoon of salt. 1 cup of organic brown sugar. And we're just going to toss this all together. Give it a good blend. Get in there with your hands. Don't be afraid of doing that. The dry mix should take maybe a minute to get everything in together, and then we're going to throw into the wet ingredients. Again, quite simple. You can smell the cinnamon. If you can get fresh cinnamon and put it into a food processor or a grater, even better. The freshness always goes a long way. Okay, try to make sure you get all, if you see in here the clumps, get the clumps out. One thing with baking gluten-free is you have to blend your flours. This is a mixture that I've created as our all-purpose blend. As a result, you do have a chance of getting clumping. So really give it a good pull through to make sure the clumps do separate out of it. Okay, so that looks good enough to me. And we're going to add some raisins in there. I've got 2 cups of raisins going in. Just give it a little toss. And now orange zest. We're just doing this just to bump up the flavor, give it a little bit of a kick. The zest, when you actually use the zest, don't go to the white. Don't go to the pith. You see I still have orange left on there. Just take a little bit of the orange off. A zester, you can pick it up in any kitchen store. Great tool to have in the kitchen for baking in particular. Okay, this is all our dry ingredients going in. Quite simple. Now we're putting in our vanilla, 1 teaspoon. I've got 1 cup of milk, and I've got 1 cup of butter. Now you can use tender flake lard if you prefer. It's up to you. Some of my baking I actually do use lard, and the reason for that is I'm catering to people that have allergies. So I try to keep the dairy out if I can. Usually if you have an intolerance to the gluten, you sometimes have the intolerance to the dairy as well. At this point you can see it's getting a little bit mucky here, but I'm going to go in with my hands. Okay, at this point, you're just making it into a ball. You should get about 48 cookies off of this particular recipe. We're going to bring it over to the tray, and we just press it down slightly. Not much to it. And here we almost got our tray ready. Okay, well, we're going to put this in the oven, Katrina. This is going to go in a 350-degree oven. It's going for 6 minutes. And then we're going to turn around the tray and we're going to put it for another 6 minutes. The reason we do that is an oven is never, or very rarely, an accurate temperature on all sides of the oven, and we like to cook it evenly. So it's going to be going in and should be ready in about 12 minutes. Okay, so take a look at these. This is your end result. You see they don't spread very much, and that is because we did put them in the fridge. They're really nice. They're a nutty flavor. They break open. You can actually, you know what, you can play with this too. You can put nuts if you want in here. You can change up your spices if you want. But this is our faux oatmeal cookies, and thank you for watching. It's Rhonda from Hamilton Life.